So good afternoon. My name is Cesar Espinosa. I'm the executive director of FIEL, and we are here today on once again, a very somber occasion. And in this case, something that, in a situation that shouldn't have happened to begin with. About a month ago, a young man by the name of Landon was at Marshall Middle School, and he passed away under circumstances which, till today, are still unknown. It has been over a month, and the Payton family has more questions at this point than they have answers. So we are here today to start a process to not ask, but to demand answers from HISD on a variety of topics. Number one is what actually happened to Landon. The second thing is, why was there not trained personnel there to help out not only Landon, but any student who would have been in this situation? And number three, after the fact, we found out that over 178 EAD machines are not working currently in HISD. Okay. Yeah. So we are here today to start asking those questions. And we are here today to demand that HISD have transparency in this investigation, in this situation, but more importantly, that they offer solutions at the end of the day so that no family has to go through what this family has gone through. To the Payton family, our condolences are with you, but out of pain and suffering, we must find change. And in there, one of the things that has struck me the most out of the week and a half that we've known them is that instead of asking me directly, or instead of asking for FIEL directly to figure out their situation, their main interest is to make sure that no other family goes through this. And that is something that is commendable. We commend you for this, and we are sorry for your loss, but we are going to be here every step of the way to make sure that you and your family and all students in HISD get the justice that they deserve. Hoy estamos aquí con la familia de Landon Payton y estamos aquí para exigir, no preguntar, pero exigir que haya respuestas en la muerte de lo que pasó con él el 14 de agosto en Marshall Middle School. Tenemos tres peticiones para HISD. Número uno es que haya transparencia en la investigación. Número dos es que se esclarezca por qué no había el staff entrenado para ayudar a cualquier estudiante, no solamente a Landon, pero cualquier estudiante que estuviera pasando por esto. Y número tres, ¿por qué en un distrito como HISD, a donde están pidiendo más dinero, por qué no había 178 máquinas de desfibrilador que no estaban sirviendo durante este tiempo? Una de las cosas que realmente resonó conmigo de la familia Payton es que ellos no solamente están exigiendo justicia para Landon, pero ellos quieren asegurar que ninguna otra familia tenga que pasar por el dolor que ellos están pasando. Por eso estamos aquí. Hoy nos acompaña también la representante estatal Christina Morales, y ella quiere dar algunas palabras acerca de lo que está haciendo ella aquí con nosotros.
Hello, my name is Christina Morales, State Representative for District 145, and Marshall Middle School is in my district. So the moment that we were made aware of an incident such as this one happening in the school district, we sent a letter immediately, not only to the school district, but to TEA. And to be quite frank with you, we haven't gotten any really clear answers after we sent the letter. The letter we received from TEA stated that we should just refer to HISD to get our answers, but the only answers we've received are the same answers that everyone else has received. And I believe that the family should be first and foremost to receive answers about what happened to their son. You know, a healthy child goes to school in the morning and never returns home again. I'm so sorry for your loss. It is very heartbreaking. I can't imagine what they must be going through. And to know that to this day they still haven't received any clear-cut answers. I don't understand why there isn't transparency with HISD. They could give some kind of comfort to the family, but they have not. And the family has gone to the school. They have come here to the Hattie Mae White Administration Building, and they still have no clue, no idea what happened to their son. This is outrageous. This is not transparent. We have no trust in HISD at this time. And the question remains the same. Are our children safe in HISD schools? I think that is the question for everyone. We continue to ask the question, whether it be by phone or in face-to-face conversations with those from HISD, and we still haven't gotten a good response to the letter that we sent once we heard of this incident. The family knows. I stand here with them to help them get answers. Anything that they need, they can rely on our office. But also the students and the parents and the faculty of HISD whose lives could be saved with a defibrillator or with people who are trained in CPR and emergency situations. Every person who walks into an HISD building is at risk at this time until we get the answers and we know that these are safe institutions for our families, for our students, for our teachers, for everyone. Thank you.
So once again, we want to make sure that we begin this process to hold HISD accountable, although every day that passes is a day too late. Landon should be here today, and we should not have to be doing this, and especially we should not have to be asking HISD to hurry up and give this family answers. But we are here, and we are here, going to be here until the Payton family gets what they deserve. Per their attorney, they will not be answering any questions today, but if there is any questions that we can take at this time, we'll be glad to answer whatever we can given the circumstances. So en este momento la familia no puede contestar preguntas a dirección de sus abogados, pero si hay alguna pregunta, lo vamos a hacer. Oh, and lastly, I did want to, earlier today I was asked, why is FIEL helping out this family? And the answer is simple. Why not? For many reasons, but number one is in these schools, in a lot of schools that are predominantly black and brown, we see that there is less funding, we see that there's less upkeep, we see that there is less maintenance, and unfortunately we don't want to be blind and turn a blind eye to what the problem is at hand. This is a school that was in underserved neighborhood, and for this very reason we know that sometimes the attention is not paid to these schools as they are to other schools. And so in neighborhoods where most of the students are black and brown, we must stand in solidarity with each other, because what affects one affects all of us.
Can you tell us, I know the family's not speaking, but about the choice to wear red today, and is there a way that they want Landon to be remembered? I know most people now hear his name and unfortunately they think of the tragedy, but is there a way that they want him to be remembered?
In the conversations that we've had and then what we've read about Landon, he was just a sweet boy, just like any 14-year-old is. You know, he was a good member of our community. He was, you know, active with his family and active in his community. And one of the first questions that we ask, and this is a question that we've also been asked today, is why red? Usually when we get to meet with families is under these really bad circumstances, and one of the questions that we ask is what was the person's favorite color, or what was their favorite thing to do, or things like that. And based on that, we built a profile for them. And so the family decided to wear red in honor of Landon, to show that his spirit is still here and present with us today.
Is the family going to go inside and try to talk to the...
We are going to go inside, and like I said, today is a very busy day at HISD. As you can tell, there's many things plaguing the district today, but today we are here to show first show solidarity, and this is not the end. We've already committed, the family's already committed to be here for the long run, as well as we have committed to take this issue up to the state or to the federal government if necessary, so that we can get the pertinent changes that we need to do so that these situations don't ever happen again.
I know that filed several records requests that have all been sent to the Attorney General. Do you have any comment on the district's transparency after this incident?
It's unfathomable that they have gone this long without really getting a clear answer as to what happened that day. Even with videos, even with evidence, with anything that they should have access to, they are being denied this access. And more importantly, the question that we ask all of you to ask HISD is why were 178 devices inactive the day that this happened to Landon? And who allowed that to happen? And so I think that's a really important question to ask. They're asking for more money, for more funding, and where is that funding going to go? Is it going to go to fix these things, or is it going to go to bigger, brighter events for the district to have fun with? So that's one of the things. Or is it going to go to other states? Because we've also heard reports of that happening under this administration. So it's really important that we make sure that we get these answers, and whatever happens here in Houston has to stay in Houston. Yes. En español, es importante que una de las preguntas que se hace es ¿qué ha pasado con la transparencia en esta investigación? No ha habido transparencia para la familia en ningún tipo de índole, y una de las preguntas que le hacemos a la prensa, que le pedimos a la prensa, es que pregunten por qué se permitió que 178 aparatos para revivir a las personas no estuvieran trabajando el día que falleció Landon, y a dónde, quién permitió que esto pasara y por qué sucedió esto en escuelas específicas como Marshall Middle School.
Hay un grupo de un comité que está buscando mejorar esta situación de lo que pasó con los desfibriladores.
Yes.
¿Qué es la demanda de la familia para este comité, este task force?
Yeah, thank you, Alain, for pointing that out. There is a task force that's being formed that's going to talk specifically about these issues with the defibrillators. If anybody should be on that committee, it should be this family, to make sure that they get their point across and to make sure that they are at the decision-making table for something that is going to affect their lives and the lives of people around them indefinitely. Una de las cosas es que se está creando un comité para ver esta cuestión de los desfibriladores, y es importante que esta familia esté en esa mesa de decisión porque ellos son los que más han sufrido por esto, y por lo mismo ellos son los que más se merecen ver el cambio en pólizas dentro del sitio de HISD. So with that, we'll go ahead and close. We'll go inside, and thank you all for coming, and we will be back next month for sure. We hope that HISD responds before that, but regardless, we'll be back here with more supporters, and we'll make sure that we are here until the Payton family gets what they deserve and they get the justice that's very needed at this moment. Thank you.
Are you guys planning on making any statements in the meeting, or is it more just about having a presence?
We're going to have a presence today. We know that there's a large agenda, a very full agenda with what's going on with the bond. So we're planning on coming back next month. The other thing too, we didn't know if the hurricane was going to hit, so that kind of shifted things a little bit. Yes, but we're going to go inside and show that we're here in support of Landon and his family.
Están invitados para que vengan con nosotros. You're welcome to come with us.
My name is Ellen Garza, and I'm in third grade. I wanted to talk about the work we do in class. Sometimes HISD worksheets have mistakes in them. As an example, this week I was completing an HISD worksheet, and I couldn't figure out the answer no matter how hard I tried. I got frustrated that I started crying, because I thought I wasn't smart enough. It turns out the HISD worksheet had several typos in the question. I wish the people who make the work would check it better, so kinds like me don't feel so upset. Board of Managers, can I have your support on improving the HISD worksheets? Thank you.
Thank you.
I see Mr. Savant wants to join us. I'm going to there's a couple of other student speakers, and then, is that okay? Okay, great. Analia Espinoza, is she here?
Hi, my name is Emilia. So as you know that I attended the Baby High School just last year. However, I am now a sophomore studying the High School for Law and Justice in Northern Middle School. For most of my life, I feel like I'm growing and creating a community in my life, while keeping the halls to admire the art and results and the representation of our school. The that she feels as if she's being watched constantly. But while at her school, we have books lined along the walls around their school along the two lines.
Thank you.
It's on right. Okay. Hello, it's me again. I just wanted to say that my school is owned by Mike Miles. Yes, I know it's embarrassing, but do you know what Mike Miles does? I made a list of it so you can see how silly it is. Here's a story how school is going this year. First day of school was horrible. I didn't even get to introduce myself. We only went straight to work. On the first day of school, really? You could do better, by the way. And also, I have a teacher named, I'm not going to say her name. She was nice, but then she turned rude. I'm sure it's because she's frustrated with a time or two. When I asked to use the restroom, she said, after she does the attendance, and I waited, and she wasn't calling out names. 2 girls went, and when they came back, I asked to use the restroom again, because I still haven't used it. So I was holding it. The lesson was about to start, and I asked her if I could use the restroom again. She yelled at me, saying that I should have gone after the lesson. She told me at the classroom and called the other teacher, telling the other teacher that I was being disrespectful and saying that I told her that I didn't want to use the restroom. And I told her that I can talk to her. That she told me to go to the car. And the other teacher asked me.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Moore, thank you for joining us.
Good evening to the Faithful family. You got my condolences. I'm going to ask that the leadership of HISD, can you go to every school and physically make sure that there's an AED that is working so that their son death was not in vain. I said that he would be a world changer, and it starts with this district. For District 2, there's still children 4 weeks in that do not have transportation to get to their schools. We're taking kids every day to get to school. I've done the right thing. I went through Sunrise. I emailed. I went through the division leadership, but still when I get an email, there's no update from routing. Can you please address them? And lastly, I'm asking that there be a district-wide policy for clear backpacks and metal detectors installed, because there should not be on the news, Bel Air High School, there shouldn't be a child parent contacting me about an issue at Forest Brook Middle School. And so it's imperative that we be leaders in this nation to prevent another press conference from ever happening again in this district. So I'm asking that you as leaders do the right thing. Congratulations on the board director position. Make sure that what you did last week was very important. Make sure that the audit committee is still doing public transparency is very important. And once again, you got my
going to say the name 3 times loud.
to really get this family needs your prayers and need your support, because it's not easy to lose a child. And so we stand in solidarity with them today and after this board meeting. God bless y'all. God bless HISD.
Thank you, Mr. Moore.
Landon. Say his name.
Landon.
This family deserves answers, HISD. Now, not tomorrow.
The board would recognize the Peyton family being here this evening
The
and send our
family needs to be part of
condolences.
the task force. The family needs to be part of the task force.
Thank you, sir.
They need answers now.
Okay, I don't see any other student speakers this evening. Okay, let's do the student speakers on Zoom.